part of our role as Quakers is also to hold the peace. And we have a special link to nonviolence. We need to bring that into the community. Not to sort of say, here we are, the Quakers, but more to say, more to do, you know. Here we are out in the street living this way of being nonviolent. And people will say, oh, I'm feeling that power, I'm feeling that sense of movement, of spirit, and I want to walk with you guys. My name is Greg Williams. I am from Jamaica Plain, Massachusetts, by way of New York City. And I am a member of Beacon Hill Friends Meeting in Boston. I have a ministry called Stone of Hope. The line relates to a line out of the I Have a Dream speech by Martin Luther King Jr. With faith, we will hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. And that ministry is trying to outreach into communities of color. It's not going out to say, here we are Quakers and we have the answers, because we don't have the answers. But we do have a presence. We do have a history, and we do have a way of dealing with violence that I think we can bring to a larger community. Black Lives Matter started out as a group of people that were basically going to doing demonstrations to say, you know, we matter as people, so you can't take our lives, and we're here to sort of be visible witness to that. Well, I spent a couple of years working with Black Lives Matter groups, and when I went out into the community and met with these groups, I basically said, I'm a Quaker, and I'm here as an activist, but I'm also here because there's a spirit of God that's within that's calling me to be here. And so I'm here to do spiritual work. I'm not here to convert anybody to anything, but I'm here to be part of that positive spiritual sense that can empower all of us. Bad Rustin certainly was able to teach Martin Luther King Jr., Martin, you got guns. You really can't have a nonviolent message and be carrying guns. Yeah, but there are people out there trying to kill me and shoot my family, and, you know, I need the gun. Martin, you know, and I can envision Bad Rustin saying, who was a Quaker, you know, you can wear your sword as long as you can, but, you know, you're out there every day in the street talking about nonviolence. Can't have a gun. And, you know, Martin gave up the gun. Over the last several years, with a lot of the police shootings that have been happening, there's been a lot of movement of young black men and women into the circle of nonviolence. But a lot of that is just homegrown, you know, the spirit leading these young people to go out into the community and be a nonviolent witness to what's happening. And we have to, as Quakers, be aware that we have that presence. And again, it's not sort of like, I've got to do this, or I have to follow black people, you know, what black people want to do, I have to follow. No, we have to follow where the Spirit is calling us. It's like if you go to a monastery and you're blindfolded, when you're in that monastery, you're going to feel this spirit. I've had that going to Buddhist monasteries. As a brother in the Catholic order, you know, people would come to our community and they'd be like, oh, you know, I feel the spirit. It's because we're living that spirit. And I think Quakers live that spirit in their meetings. And so when people come into Quaker meeting and you sit down for your first meeting, you know, you might feel this power touching you. And we can have that same power just on the street.
Thank you for watching this QuakerSpeak video. We release new videos every Thursday, so if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, that button is over here. All the videos we've ever released in the past 3 years are in this playlist down here, and if you'd like to support the project for as little as $1 per video, you can check out our Patreon. That's in the button below. Thanks a lot.